Hi, today I'd like to share with you an ancient high technology of the Chinese medicines, which is used in Taoism, Buddhisms, the monks using it, and the top Chinese medicines expert also using it. Okay, and it has been there for more than 1,500 years, and it is evolving, making it better by many Chinese medicine doctor or masters, or even the Buddhist monk or Taoist monk for all this time. So it has a long track record for healing, for curing, and for maintaining the body, okay, or reverse the sickness of the body. Okay, this can be traced in the 1,500 years of the Chinese history. Okay, so this technology is named as the 6-word process. So 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6, meaning there's a 6. Word is like a baby is a word, right? So word meaning that it is using the way how we make the sound of the word, or the process of making the sound of the word, to direct our internal organs into a natural state of be able to cure or heal or maintains or balance itself. Okay, so this is the 6-word process, or it is 六字诀 in Mandarin. Often in the West we translate it as the 6 healing sound. Well, that is not accurate. It is not about making sound. It is about using the process of making sound without making the sound, in combinations of the breathing and so forth, to get the result. Okay, so it is not 6 healing sound, it is not a religion, it is not a belief, but it is a technology. So the idea behind this 6-word process is, number one, using the deep natural lower abs breathing to increase the body oxygens, and using the process of making the sound to influence or to direct the diaphragm movement to influence each individual organs one like to reach. Okay, and will this process be able to achieve or accomplish balancing the body, balancing the internal organs, healing, promote healing, and for treatment of a different internal organ disease, and it really have a good result since 1,500 years ago. And this process not only used for healing, it is also used in martial arts when people suffer injury, internal injury of certain kind, where medicines, acupuncture cannot help it. They use a 6 healing sound to balance and to cause self-healing. Okay, so this is what it is. And the reason why I like to share this with you, because I've been researching this for many decades. And even though I am a design engineer in Silicon Valley here, which is dealing with high tech, this ancient Chinese technology is a high-tech, it's scientific, and the most important is it is free and it has a really long track records that we know it have very little side effect. Okay, so I'm going to share with you in a scientific way what is this process is about and the key points of this process. Okay, so hopefully this technology can be bring to the West and to all over the world, because with our high tech, which is we have all new gadgets like smartwatch and so forth, we do need internal technology to maintain this body. Not to mention this is all free. It doesn't cost anything. The only thing it costs is we need to practice it daily. Okay, now let's get into the scientific of this 6-word process. Okay, the first key of practicing this 6-word process, or to activate it, is one has to get into a state of the body so that it be able to heal or reverse the issue, or to get it to trick himself or balance itself. Okay, so that is 3 key points in this first. Okay, for this first key point, there's 3 elements. Number 1, the body has to be loose. Number 2 is the mind has to be quiet down. Number 3 is the breathing has to be natural. Okay, so these 3 things. Now you will then say, you know, it's so difficult. How is it? Okay, well, it is turned out not to be that difficult. These 3 things are loose in the body, quiet in mind, and the nature in breathing is just a description of when we are sleeping in the deep sleep, in the dreamless deep sleep. It's just a description of that. And as soon as one goes that directions, okay, it is good enough. It doesn't matter, it doesn't require to get into really deep state. Okay, so as soon as the body can goes down, the mind quiet down, and the breathing is natural, that's it. Okay, so this state, like the body is loose, today we can check it with the sensor, seeing where are we stressed or not. That's number 1. We can do it with technology. Second, we can use the brainwave to check are we in the busy thinking mind state. The third, the breathing, is how many repetitions are we breathing. In the natural breathing, the repetitions of breathing going down. Okay, so all this today we can use technology to sense it. It's nothing that difficult with today's technology. In 1,500 years ago, what they cannot present to others, today we can sense it and we can set a reference point. So we know at every time, every shot, we can get into that state. Okay. So this is the first state. The body has to be put in the state that it be able to do the job. Okay? If we keep worrying, getting emotion tense and so forth, this process will not work, because what our behavior have already disrupt the body's ability to heal, to correct itself. Okay? So this is the first key point. The second key point is the breathing. one need to use the nature lower abs breathing. Okay, nature is the opposite of forceful. Deep lower breathing, meaning that it breathes itself and really lightly, slowly, but the breath is long. Okay, that is what it means. Because only when the breathing is that way, the diaphragm can move naturally in a big amplitude, performing massaging of internal organs. Okay, that needs to be attained. Okay, so when one attains that state, say the first key point, the body is loose, the mind is quiet, and the breathing nature, then one is, even though standing, it is like a sleeping here. Okay, it's very lightweight and sleeping. And when the lower abs breathing activate, the natural deep lower abs breathing activate, okay, it becomes this way. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Watch out my lower abs and my body, how it sways. Okay, so that is the proper of lower abs breathing. At that instance, because the body is loose, nothing whole. So when the breathing causes the diaphragm to go move upward, downward, those things, the spine and everything is moving. It's a dynamic. It's not something holding there. When it's holding there, that means the body circulation is stuck somewhere already. Okay. So this is the second key of the 6-word process. This has to be there, and because today we have all the sensor, with some practice, we'll be able to get this lower abs breathing. That is not a problem. Okay, and it is really relaxed and really calm and peace. And breathing is really smooth and long and light. Okay? It is like when we listen to music and we're so into it that it's so relaxed, so peaceful that we can rest there. That is the state we get in. Okay? And the lower abs breathing so on. Okay? Now, the third thing is the process of the using the 6 words, making the 6 words to direct or lead the internal organs, so that it be able to balance, to improve circulations, and to produce the result of healing, maintaining, or the self-cure. Okay? Okay. So the first sound, the first word, should be said the first word, is the word or the sound, no, the word making the sound, right? The words making the sound. The sound of she, okay. When one make that sound, using the lower abs breathing, without the sound, then it will influence the liver. It will lead this liver, or it will activate this liver and promote the healing, the treatment, the balancing of the liver. So in the real practice, you watch out, my mouth is like saying the she, my tongue and so forth, but I don't say it. I just practically make the shape of the mouth, like I'm saying the Xu words, but I let the lower abs breathing take care of everything. And so at every exhale, okay, say I inhale, at exhale, I just make my mouth into the Xu and getting into the process of making the sound Xu, but without making any sound, because if we make any sound, we might stress different part of body. But if we don't, we're just using, like the people who sing soprano and so forth, when they make the sound Xu without making the sound, then all this relax and the diaphragm going upward because it's exhale, and at that time the Xu process will activate the liver, and this can be verified because whoever will do that will feel the liver actually is moving. Okay, so even if we just primarily try to verify, make the proper Xu sound, when the Xu sound Xu is proper, okay, making the Xu sound and the exhale is proper, you feel that. Okay, the second sound is Ke. Ke is for heart. Okay, and of course in the real world you use the process but you don't make the sound. And at exhale, because the body will be with the lower abs breathing, it will rest on hands, and at exhale phase you say, you open the mouth, you say Ke, but you don't make the sound. And the find of the handling of the breath is just like when we play flute. We don't use our mouth to blow it. We don't. We just the breath is really fine, so that we can have produce when we play flutes, we can produce a long sound. Okay, that's how it is. So it's relaxed. Say this is inhale. So the tummy, you can see that it is like a expand, and then when exhale, it contract. Slowly, so it do that. Okay. The second is the Ke for heart. The third one is the Hu, like who are you? Who for stomach. Well, anybody can try it. Just say Hu and exhale. You see that you can feel something there. That's what it is. Okay. And the fourth sound is Si. Or the fourth sound process is using the process of making the sound S. That is for the lung. Okay. The fifth word is the Chui, we, Chui. Is that we, like we. That is the sound process to cause the kidney for healing and balancing. Okay. Now let me tell you one thing. Because kidney is lower here, so it is very important and very critical that the body in the lower abs breathing can really go really deep. If the body, the breathing stuck here, then this kidney area or this kidney activations using the Hu process cannot be done, or will be really low effective or efficient. So that's why you need to have the deep lower abs breathing, and the whole body rolls up. So when we say Chui, then due to the diaphragm moving, and it actually massaging or it balancing the circulations and of the kidney, helping it. Okay. Now, at inhale, actually one just relax. So in terms of scientific, so what happened is when we using the or practicing the words, say for example, who, at the exhale when we say that words, okay, which is not making any sound, we actually let the diaphragm moving, the massaging this stomach area, okay. Of course, related, the other part also is massaging because it's a diaphragm moving up and down. But that part is focused, okay. The stomach part is focused because it's a full sound. And at the inhale phase, one just relax and let as much oxygen come into the body. So in the Chinese, it said that when you say hu, is detox. Detox promotes circulation and so forth. And then after the making of the sound hu, at the inhale phase, one just loose and let it be, let it go. Inhale as much oxygen in, okay, to bring energy in, or bring the oxygen in, to be more specific, to help the body. Okay. So that is the fifth word. The kidney word is chui. Okay. Now, the sixth is si. Si. Si is like when we laugh, when we are so happy and we laugh, right? That is what the sound. But of course, we don't make the sound. Okay. We just use the process. And when one say these words, one need to smile and say, or practice it. Okay, instead of saying it, sorry, my language, when I say it's like practice it. So again, you relax, inhale, and let the whole body, very smoothly, naturally, without any stress, get the oxygen, and then at the time the body feel is enough, it will exhale. So at the exhale phase, you say, okay, and with a smile. Why? If we smile, you see the whole body is loosening up, the head is loosening up. Okay, so this is the sixth word here, is actually to balance up all the cavity, or the loose up all the cavity of the body, because the internal organ is within the cavity, right? So this is the 6 words process. Okay? So this is kind of the scientific base there. Now, the last key point is the sequence. It has to go liver, heart, stomach, lung, and kidney, and then the cavity. Why? This is from the experience of this 1,500 years. People keep improving it, keep experiment with it. So what happened? Why is that sequence? It's because this sequence is the safe sequence which will not cause imbalance. Because what they found out is that if say my stomach is no good, or I need to cure my stomach, if I keeping saying it will make this part, the stomach, overexcited or too much emphasis, and it will cause other issues. So with all this 100 years of the experiment or the experience, to be said, they found out that even one go to a place where there are no doctor, or the doctor might misdiagnose. Once they use this sequence, lung, heart, stomach, okay, so liver, heart, stomach, lung, kidney, and the cavity. They use a sequence this way. It can take care of whatever issue there. So this can avoid the misdiagnosis from anybody, which is causing the thing to be more imbalanced, because if somebody is thought, you know, in the sickness or something, imbalance, somebody might thought, oh yeah, this is the lung, and we keeping doing the lung, but it turns out that it's not the lung, it's the kidney. Okay? So that again the problem. But using the 6 in sequence, it doesn't have the problem. So they clean this system out for past few hundred years. They know it already. Okay. So again, to repeat, number 1, the body has to be in loose, quiet, and breathing nature state. The second is the activations of lower abs breathing to promote a natural unstressed movement of the diaphragm, so you'll be able to massage the internal organ. The third one is using this, making the process of making the 6 word to focus on different internal organs to do the maintenance. And the fourth key is one need to follow this sequence. Okay? So this is a technology. This is what the 1,000-year 6-word process technology is. And I like to share with you on this is because I myself practice this too, and it gives me a lot of benefit. Okay? And like today's world, we have this wearable gadget and so forth. We actually can, somebody might invent something to help one to practice this, or even one don't have this, one be able to do this, because this is not different than playing flute. Okay, but of course this need to be trained. It's like playing flute. We cannot just say sitting down there and we playing ourselves. You know, you need to have a teacher to teach and so forth. Okay, so for me, I think this technology need to be researched and need to be giving up publicly, because this will save a lot of medical costs. And for the people who is cannot afford medicines for long-term disease like diabetic, like heart problem, kidney problem, and high blood pressure, all kind of issues, stress problem and so forth, lung issue, asthma and so forth. This thing can help without much side effect, because we can read, we can trace the record for the past 1,500 years in China. Okay, it is a real life testing there. Okay, so I want to leave this for you here, and of course you can say the sound, see whether there's a small feeling or not, or maybe not, but don't practice it. Okay, don't practice it because you need to be watched. Okay, so that everything is proper. Okay, because anything can hurt ourselves, so don't do this kind of stuff. Okay, and for the researcher, I really hope that somebody in the university and so forth doing research look into this, because this is scientific stuff. Okay, and everybody can do this. Okay, and of course, because this is free, this might not have any financial advantage on making money. And actually, my kid asked me, "Dad, how come you don't patent this?" And I said, no, no, this is for everybody, because this is not mine. This is people who invented in 1,000 years ago. Is for the poor and the people who cannot afford medicines. So that is the bottom line, okay? Because we humans do have a duty to share. Making money is good, okay? If you contribute, you can make a lot of money. Like in the Silicon Valley, you can have a lot of millionaire, billionaire, have their private jet. Good, great, because they contribute. And however, this 6-word process is for everybody, okay? Then this part of the works we do is a duty to help all living beings, okay, or all human beings. So that's what I see. So if you want to do research in university or anything, contact me, okay? I'm happy, more than happy to show you this, because I hope that some days this will turn into like an exercise every day we do, so that everybody's a benefit.